YouTube faithful, what's going on? It is Throwback Thursday. I'm still in Las Vegas for another 2 days. My plane leaves early Saturday morning, so I'll be back doing the live streams Monday through Friday. Next week, have no fear. Crush will be here. Here's the deal. The thumbnail implies I am banking on Skubal to bail me out. Yesterday, absolute disaster class from Robbie Ray. It couldn't have been more of a disaster. Luckily, the Pacers 5.5 spread hit, okay, because I bet them plus 5.5. I thought that made no sense, seeing as they were just plus 10. I mean, how does one go from being that big of a dog to half of that being at home? I just had a feeling. But I also took OKC to win outright. So unfortunately, OKC sold. They sold in the fourth quarter. They need to figure out how to win in the second half. Otherwise, it's going to be GG's. I still think they win, but I can't be coping about that right now, folks. That's for another day. Nothing I can do about that. All I can do is focus on the MLB slate today. We have a little one. It's a mid slate. It's probably going to be a hitter slate. There's a few guys that I want to talk about, and I will break that down shortly. But guys, Robbie Ray, this is a classic example. The most elite spot a pitcher could be in yesterday. Robbie Ray is an elite pitcher. By the way, go look it up. Go look for yourself, buddy. You know what? We're going to look here live. We got time. We're going to look. I'm going to show you guys. Some of you guys think that you know, oh, well, yeah. Look at this man's season starts 8-1. 8 wins, one, and only one time he didn't. Yesterday was an anomaly day, guys. It happens. The point, I'm taking the time out to show you guys this so you can see you can do everything right and still eat chalk. That's the whole point of this, all right? That's what I'm trying to show y'all. Yesterday, 5Ks, 9, 9, 7, 7. 9, 5, 8, 8, 4, 8, 7, 2. And look, the last time he had 8 was against the Rockies on May 2nd. It just happens. Pitchers are human beings. They're going to go out there and they're going to sometimes sell you. If the read is right, which it was, you are never, ever going to convince me not to take Robbie Ray to get at least 6 or 7 strikeouts against the Rockies. You're just never going to convince me of that, comment guy. It is what it is. We stand by the plays, we take our L's like men, and we move on. Does it suck? Yeah, it sucks. It is what it is. So, hopefully, like the thumbnail implies, Scooby-Doo Papa bails us out today because we need it. I went hard yesterday, over 1,000 out of pocket. Not, I could have won 1,000. No, I pulled out $100 bills and placed it on Robbie Ray to get those Ks, parlayed it with the Giants to win, which they did. It looked like they were going to lose. They ended up backdooring a win, but Robbie Ray couldn't get that 6th K, and it cost me the bag. So today, I look to Skubal. If I would have realized Scooby was pitching today, I probably would have faded yesterday. Alexander, he sold. Halliburton, sweep. Fantasy score, points, the Demon steals. He swept. It's just unfortunately Robbie Ray sold. But here we go. We got a new day today, so smash the like button for the good vibes right off the rip. We need good vibes, good energy, and let's get this bag today, hopefully, okay? Let's go, guys. We need a bounce back, and I need the YouTube faithful because I'm about to go hammer on the sports book downstairs. I'm only here for 2 more days, so I'm nuking. I only get to come here once a year, and hopefully next year this time I have a baby and I can't come. So if that's the situation, I gotta go. I gotta nuke. So here we go. We got Scooby-Doo bailing me out. One time for the boys. Look at this guy's line. It's at 8. So they're literally saying, you got to take 8, you need him to get 9. Are you kidding me? What is this line? Okay, I know he's Scooby-Doo and I know he's facing the Orioles. The Orioles are strikeout kings. They strike out a lot. But the fact of the matter is, asking this man to get 9, I just can't. I mean, I don't have the stones for it. I'm going to have to take him to get, they don't even have 7.5. They're selling. So I'm going to have to take it at 6.5 here. On the books, I'm taking him to get at least 7. If you want to be more conservative on the books, you can take him to at least get 6. But I'm going to take him to at least get 7 today and pray that he can come through for us. Now I'm going to go to the data model crushed bats. I was looking at Seth Lugo here, as you can see. Now what this is, it's a data model I built from the ground up. It has 50 different data points to analyze probabilities of pitchers doing what they need to do. It gives us a big sample size because it runs it 10,000 times and then it spits out the data. Okay, look at the strikeout rate per game, 8.9. They're striking out more than the league average, but not by much. The Rockies are all the way up to like 9.4. So this is a worse spot than the Rockies, and you just saw what Robbie Ray did. But guys, we want to attack good matchups, but just because it's a good matchup and a good pitcher, it doesn't guarantee that it's going to be a dub. I need you guys to understand that. If it was just as simple, hear me carefully, guys. If it was just as simple as finding a good pitcher and a good matchup, PrizePicks would be out of business tomorrow. You understand that? There's always going to be the invisible hand. If you've ever taken an economics course, you will know what that is. The invisible hand that guides the market, okay? It's the same thing with the gambling side markets. The unknown, the chance, things we can't control. That is what is always going to make the house money. It's that simple, okay? That is why when you take someone like Robbie Ray, they're going to price it correctly. I have to lay odds to take him to get 6, meaning I have to risk 250 to win 100. And then when he doesn't show up, guess what? They collect because they're only paying me, even if I do win, they're paying me half of what I put down. The house, they don't care about anything else but balancing their books on both sides to make sure that they're getting money. They have the odds down perfectly. The point is this, guys. It doesn't matter what you do, what you say. We still need these guys to show up. At the end of the day, when the day is done, we still need them to perform. So hopefully today we get it out of Scooby-Doo. If not, as Goal would say in the Discord, we tried. Okay, so we're going to run it 10,000 times. We got a little sample size here. Is there any head-to-heads? There's one head-to-head. On April 27th, 18 outs, 11 Ks for vintage Scooby-Doo Papa on April 27th. Can he do it again on the road? Look at his last 10. 6, 7, 13, 8, 11, 12, 8, 11, 4, 9. Here's the deal. He had 23 pitch outs, and this was when he was the play of the day on June 6th. I was in Vegas, remember? I know you remember because he didn't get 7. We needed 7. Look at this vintage performance. If you told me Scooby was going 23 pitch outs, I would have put the mortgage on him to get 7 or 8 Ks on June 6th. But even then, it was versus the Cubs. Tough matchup. Today he's got a way easier matchup. I need him to get 7 or 8. I'm asking for 8. I need 8. Because I'm going to be hammering 7 and 8, and I'm probably going to parlay it with them to win since they just got shelled. So instead of just one game size, this data model will run it 10,000 times. We're going to put the line at 7.5. No, we're going to put it at 6.5 and see what it spits out. Okay, here we go. In 10,000 games, he had an average of 8.5 strikeouts. Okay, so that means this game ran 10,000 times. I just did it in a blink. He had 8.5 over the course of that. Earned runs, he gave up almost 2, 4 hits, not even half a walk, and he went for 19 pitching outs. Perfect, right? So he has a 73% chance to go over 6.5 strikeouts today. He has a 56% chance to give up 2 runs. He has a 41% chance of going over 4.5 hits allowed, and he has a 7% chance of going over 2 walks. So under 1.5 walks would be an elite play, and I know Spartan took that on Sleeper last night. It's probably gone by now. But then if we take away the Vegas market manipulation because he's juiced over heavily 6.5 at 7.5, the true model puts him down to 7.9, okay? Way less. 7.9, 66% chance. That is a big drop. 73 to 66 is a lot. That is why I'm asking for 7, and I will be blessed if he can get 8. Listen, if he can get 8, I will be so happy. Asking for 9 is too much, but 7 and 8 is what I'm going to ask for today and pray that he bails me out. I'm going to fade the earned runs, fade the hits allowed, fade the walks because I can't even take under 1.5 walks here. You see the recommendation, hits allowed would be avoid, walks we would take less. The earned runs, technically you would take more because it's 56%, but trust me when I tell you, just fade that. Don't touch it. 56%. We can get 73% on this line right here. That is what we're going to want to take, okay? We could see the weather. There's nothing really going against us. Slightly increasing earned runs and hits by 1%. That's not enough to move the needle either way. So we are in the mix, guys. That is Tarik Skubal. And I have a feeling if I go over here to parlay play, he might be boosted. Well, he's not boosted, but they do have his lines here. Okay, so do they have 6.5? They have 6.5. This is what you'd want to take on parlay play. So now the question becomes, what do we pair him with? Well, you could take him at 7.5. Listen, if you want to risk it for the biscuit and you want to take him to get 8, you can. Because trust me when I tell you, Skubal has a ceiling of 12 in this spot. He could go out there and get 12 Ks. It's totally possible. But I am so gun shy right now after seeing Robbie Ray flush my $1,000 down the toilet that I'm going conservative. I just want to get my bag back. Forget me profiting. I just want to get the bag back from yesterday, leave out of Vegas without getting shelled, and hopefully live to see another day. And when I get back in the office on Saturday, I can nuke on PrizePicks. I got 100 in promo funds just waiting for me. So 7.5 on parlay play or 6.5. It's dealer's choice. It's up to you what your risk tolerance is, okay? And then what do they got for promos? Well, they got this. This is an actual slash line, 22.5 saves. I'm not a hockey guy, but you could probably put 10 on that, and that'll give you a double up. I think that would be fine. Okay, that's like a taco. I don't know hockey, guys. I stay in my lane. I don't pretend to know hockey, so I'm not going to tell you anything about it. But that is a taco. 26 to 22, and you can bet 10. Take that for your 2x there on ParlayPlay. If you're not on ParlayPlay, get in the mix. It's code CRUSH. The link's in the description. I give you 30 free days in my cord. I must have sent out 30 free trials over the last week since I've been here. People are finally seeing the light. ParlayPlay offers a bunch of lines. I know their interface is mid, guys. I get it. They just added live betting. They are upgrading it. I talk to these guys all the time. They're improving their stuff. This stuff takes time. We just have to be patient, but at least they're giving us stuff all the time. It's good to shop around. Jeremy Pena is boosted 1.67, and guess what? He's on my Dub Club prop list today because I actually like him against Davis Martin today to get 2 hits, runs, RBIs. My Crushed Bats hitter side said he had a 60% chance to hit, so I'm gonna ride. He has the hot bat. If he sells, well, by God, he sells. So if you take him with a boost and pair it with Scooby-Doo pop, 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 you can get him at 6.5, and that will pay you a crispy 2x. And if I could, I would probably nuke 250 on this to win 500. If Jeremy sells, he sells. It's a good spot, Davis Martin, and it leads me to number 2, which is going to be Framber Valdez. Now, normally on these videos, I don't talk about all the plays that I have on the Dub Club prop, but since I can't do live streams right now, I'm kind of like tied up here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving all my analysis what I normally would give to the people in the Dub Club, basically on the YouTube, just praying they watch it. First, Seth Lugo. One thing I want to tell you guys that use data models. I talked about this yesterday. It's not enough to just use data models. This is one of the best data models that for MLB. It's made me a ton of money. It's made my Discord a ton of money. I built it. I know exactly how it works. I know exactly what it's looking for. And when I get home, I have version 2 rolling out, and it's going to be even better. Okay. I'm constantly improving. This is what I do. And I have one for football and NBA and all that stuff as well. But data models aren't enough. You need to be plugged into what is going on. So for example, the Yankees right now have insanely hot bats. They have been shelling the Royals day after day. All of them, all of their hitters have been going yard. Absolutely yarn, dude. Yarn, yard, yarn, whatever you want to say, they're doing it. So Seth Lugo's line at 5.5 is heavily juiced over for that reason. The markets are reacting to Seth Lugo facing the hot Yankees bats. Look at this. The Yankees strike out more than average, but they also get more hits. Look at this man's last 10 starts. 5, 5, 6, 7, 5, 3, 5, 7, 5, 5. Any head-to-heads? Oh yeah, we got head-to-heads. 7, 3, and 8, but 2 are from 2024 we don't care about. 7 when he went 20 pitching outs. Now here's the deal. Why is Captain Crush talking about Seth Lugo today? Because his line at 5.5, I want to show you something. Check it. It's 44% in 10,000 simulations, friends. Okay? If you wanted to take a shot on Seth Lugo's strikeouts, okay, at 4.5, it's 57%. You could tease it down to 3.5. Take the Goblin and show up at 74%. The Yankees do strike out more than the league average, as you can see here, okay? However, I would not take 4.5 unless you have a strong conviction, because in 10,000 times, he only landed on 5. In 10,000 runs, he only landed on 5, and the bottom range of 5.2. Okay, so that means you're going to need a lot of help. If we do it again, 58% of the time he's going over 4.5, which means only 58% of the time he's landing on 5. 42% of the time he's going to chalk you straight to hell. So you have to understand that. So if you want to take it, you can. I would need more of a conviction. The Yankees bats right now, but the line that I wanted to talk about was the hits allowed. The recommendation is to just avoid this. You avoid this altogether because there's no value either way. 44%. Some of you would say, well, 56% of the time he's going under. That is true, and it would pay you plus money. Okay, so it's basically taking a demon to take his under. Now, I want to talk about this because I was thinking to take under 5.5 hits allowed because 56% of the time he's going to stay under. But because I know the Yankees bats are so hot right now, I'm just going to fade it. I'm just going to fade the line altogether. But I did want to show you this because there is money to be made if he stays under 5.5 hits. Because look at this. It's heavily juiced to go over. So if you take under, you're literally going to be getting paid handsomely. Okay? So that would be a good leg to add on a book parlay if you wanted to do that. But I did want to explain to that. It's important that you know what's going on with the games because the Yanks bats are really hot right now. I hate saying that because it reminds me of Zoolander, but that's the truth of the matter. So that's my thoughts on Seth Lugo today, but I did want to go to Mr. Valdez. But before I do that, I want to show you guys this game. Kodai Senga versus the Washington Nationals. I almost thought about taking Kodai because he is a good pitcher. There's no Vegas odds up because the game already went. You could see it's a bad matchup for strikeouts, but they also get fewer hits allowed. I just want to run the simulations here. 4.5 Ks, 2.5 earned runs, 4.5 hits, 1.5 walks, so you guys can see he was only simulating for 4.7 Ks. 1.5 earned runs, so you would take under 2.5, as you can see. Hits allowed 3.6. If the line was 4.5, you'd take under, and then pitching out 17, innings pitched 5.6, so basically 16 to 17 outs, and then he would go over 1.5 walks 67% of the time. Now let's go pull him up and see how he did. I honestly don't know. Okay, so the game is in the 9th inning, and the Mets, wow, he probably shelled. The Mets are up 4-0. No way. Okay, so he had 5.2 innings, which is exactly 17 pitching outs, okay? 1 hit, so we would have taken under 4.5 hits, which, as I said, under 2.5 earned runs, cash. 4.5 Ks, what was the Ks? 4.5 Ks is 50-50, so it said avoid. Okay, so avoid that. He only landed 4.7, and he landed on 5. Literally perfect. This is the goal here. It's not going to be perfect every time, guys, but it will be accurate more times than not. Again, a 10,000 run with 50 data point simulation. 2.5 earned runs. Look at the recommendations. Take less. Take less on the hits. Avoid the strikeouts. And then on the walks, take more. Did he cash his walks? Where's his walk? He only got one walk. So he would have if you took over 1.5, it would have hooked you. Okay, so he only got one. Only 5 Ks and 17 outs. I promise you I did that live. I had no idea. I cash, hook. Perfect. All right. So I'm telling you guys, use this model to your advantage. It will work out for you. And when it doesn't, it doesn't. There's also the gambling aspect to it, but the data is the data. The ones who will make the most money in this hobby of ours that we love to hate is going to be the ones who use the data, study the matchups, but also take the time to look at the games and be plugged into what's going on. Okay. So we're looking at Framber now. Everybody assumes the White Sox are just poverty. They strike out a lot, right? Well, they don't. 8.4. The league average is 8.5. Their batting average is absolutely abysmal, but I honestly think they can still give problems. Look at the head-to-heads for Framber. 5-2, he only had 15 pitching outs, but he got 6 Ks, 4 runs, 7 hits. They shelled him. 2 walks. In 2024, 21-18, 9-5. Last 5 starts for Framber, unbelievable. 11-9, 5-8-7. He's due regression, absolutely. But what are we doing with Framber? The slate is mid. We have to do something, right? His strikeout line at 7.5. There's not a snowball's chance in hell I'm asking Framber to get 8 Ks today. Okay, I don't care if he gets 8. He gets 8. I'm just gonna ask for 6 and pray. Okay, so I'm gonna put this all the way down to 5.5. We're gonna run it, and you can see he's projected to get 6 in 10,000 simulations. He's landing on 6. So technically, we should probably be fading this all together. Honestly, what I will take for Framber is his pitching outs at 17.5. If you can find it, if you can take him to get 17.5, which he needs 18, 6 full innings, I would take that. Or maybe bet him to get a quality start, because that would mean he went 6 innings and didn't give up 3 runs. You can see strikeouts, he goes over 5.5, 55% of the time. Earned runs, 68% of the time at 1.5. Hits allowed, avoid. Walks at 1.5, 67%. You could take over on that. If we take away the Vegas boost, you can see the model has him getting 6.75. It actually boosts it up because Vegas is juicing his line under. So if we take that away, 64%, he goes up to 6.7, all right? So the play is to get Framber to hopefully land on 6 today. Now, the weather doesn't matter because they're playing in a dome. But, guys, there's just something inside me right now that doesn't like I don't know. I don't know what it is. It could just be gun shy from Robbie Ray, but something inside me is just nervous about Framber. I don't know why. It's just like, it feels too good to be true. Like, 5.5 Ks is his line. I saw it on PrizePicks. Let's go find him. People are on his demon at 7.5, which is ridiculous. His line being at 7 is ridiculous. But look at 5.5. 7,000 people are on it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. This only pays you 1.5. That's not enough. They don't have his pitching outs up here, dude. Oh, they do. They put him at 18.5, those SOBs. It should be 17.5. I will say this. He is projected to get exactly 19. If we go back to Crush Bats, pitching out 19.4. He should be able to get us 19. I can't take Framber's pitching outs with Jeremy Pena on a sportsbook in Vegas. How insane is that? I tried to take Jeremy and Framber's pitching outs in the same parlay and it won't let me. I don't know what Caesars did, MGM and all William Hill and all these books out here, but something needs to be done. because the fact that I can do it on PrizePicks and can't do it in Caesars is abysmal. I only can take them straight. It's absolutely insanity. But anyways, here we go. You can see Framber's lines are ridiculous. They got the 5.5 here. Listen to me. You do not want to take Jeremy, Skubal, and Framber just to get 2.2x. Not worth it. You take that away, you're still getting 2x. Why add the extra leg for 25 cents? Do not do that. Just take these two, or you can get rid of Jeremy if you want. And if you want to gamble on him to get 6.5, you can. I don't think it's optimal. I showed you we need 6. It's only likely that he's going to land on 6. Almost 58 to 60% of the time. So his hits allowed at 4.5 is 51%. Maybe we take under 5.5 hits allowed. No, it's a demon. So if you take under 4.5, you're getting paid what you would for a demon. I really don't want to take him to get under 5 hits because it's just crazy. They really are taking all the value, but all the books, not just ParlayPlay, PrizePicks, they're taking all the value away. Maybe we take his walks at 1.5. We can see it's 67% to go over. Let's look at his last, how many walks is he getting? 3-1, 4-1-1. He really doesn't walk people, but look at the head-to-heads, 2-1-5. However, 67% is 67%, but even then it's almost like a goblin, 1.56. So I don't think that's optimal. They're really making this so hard, man. They are making this so hard on a mid slate. Your options are limited. They know what they're doing, guys. They're experts. As good of a model I've built, they have a better one. So I'm leaving this to you guys. I'm not exactly sure what to do there. I honestly think he should be able to get 19 pitching outs, and this would pay you 2.28x. You could add in the hitter, Pena. I had Jung-Hoo Lee. Mr. Jung-Hoo Lee. I have Jung-Hoo Lee and the Giants to win straight up in a big parlay. Jung-Hoo Lee got 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs already. The only line they had for me was 2.5. So I'm going to need one more hit, run, or RBI, but it is early and the Giants are in the lead. So let's go. We're in the mix. We're on pace. And if you want to have my prop list, which had Jung-Hoo Lee, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs on it, with full analysis sent right to your phone, as well as my slips, you want access to the data model Crushed Bats, which I just showed you, which is being shown here on this video. You go to CaptainCrush.net. You can get in for $25 a month. You'll get all my data models. I have the simulation model. I have the base model. I have a WNBA model, an NBA model, a football model, all the best data analytics that were built by me to help you guys win. In addition to that, I break down the plays that I am choosing from those models with analysis every single day. I do live streams Monday through Friday. When I am in town, they will resume once I get back in the office, so next week. 3 days, if you will. And then in addition to that, you get the community that I've built in the Discord. Everything is run through Dub Club. That is the host. But if once you sign up there, it'll give you access to this Discord. You will get the role where you have access to my general chat, which is where we hang out, we chat, we build slips. The Captain Slips tab, this is where I post my slips and lineups and everything else. The daily prop list, which is sent right to your phone. They come on the Discord as well, but they're also sent through Dub Club. You would click read more right here. This was my analysis on Halliburton. I gave you his fantasy, his steals, and his points, and I give you all the analysis of why I'm taking it and more. And then the base data models for every sport. MLB, I give you the exact line that I put him at. Same thing for NBA and WNBA and NFL, guys. NFL is a lot more intuitive, and I give you a lot more details, but I'm just showing you. But the best model of them all, you will get access to as well. Crushonomics.com, which is Crushed Bats, and the hitter side will be coming out a week after I get home. It'll give you the home run equity, the RBI, the hit equity, everything you're seeing here for the pitchers, but for the hitters. I built an archetype model. I classified every pitcher and every hitter into 5 different classes, and I built it, and I love it, and I can't wait to show it off on video for you guys. That'll be coming next week. And the best news of all is if you sign up now before that's released, you're grandfathered in at this rate. After that, it does go up to $34.99. So click join now. It'll take you to the Dub Club. There is a summer special, 3 months for $60, 1 month for $25. And then as you go up 6 months in a year, you get more. I'm not just somebody on here selling you picks. I think that's poverty. I don't think that's a way for anyone to win or sustain. My community has been around for almost 3 years, and I've had guys with me since the beginning state. And there is a reason for that, because I've busted my rear end building my community. Okay? A lot of these people on Dub Club, they just turn and burn. That's their business model. Give you fake marketing, fake promises to get you to in, and then you just leave. I don't do that. I focus on building community. I teach you guys how to win. I teach everybody how to build lineups. I steer the ship. I run the ship. Yes, I'm out of town right now, but it doesn't matter because I'm still posting content, and the principles that I've taught my role members, they will also contribute to you guys each and every day. So you got options today. Make sure you get in the mix, CaptainCrush.net. And if you sign up with any of my partners, you get a 30-day free trial. And you can see those here: chalkboard, sleeper, underdog, or parlay play. You have 4 to choose from. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Any of those, these 4, you'll get 30 days free. You just have to send me the email and I got you. Okay, get in now, because I promise you, when I get home and that hitter side is out, we are going to go on a run of a lifetime, just like I said for May, which we did, and it's going to happen again. Trust me when I tell you. And when I get back, I'll start covering WNBA again, because I'll be able to watch those games. Right now in Vegas, guys, I can't just bring myself to watch the WNBA. I'm sorry, I can't. I got too much going on, not interested. But when I get back, it's back to work. So with all that in mind, you can take Framber Valdez to get 18.5 pitching outs. You could take him to get 5.5 Ks. But just know, my brothers and sisters in Christ, it's going to be sweaty. Either way you look at it, these lines don't pass the sniff test. So we talked about Skubal, we talked about Valdez, we talked about Lugo, we talked about Pina. What do they got Pina for on PrizePicks? They got him at 7.5. The man just has a hot bat. There's no fancy analysis for it other than Davis Martin is pitching. He's got the hot bat. He's been shelling. Hopefully he continues to do so. If he sells, he sells. Okay? It's that simple. If you want to fade hitters, you can. Do not anchor hitters. They're the most volatile prop in this industry. But they do have him at 1.5. What does it pay? 2x with any random square. Not bad. All right. When the slate is mid and there's only MLB and there's only 2 pitchers worth targeting, if you can get out with 2 to 4x your money, man, you're way ahead of the game. I'm just hoping to get out with 3 to 4 times my money today. 2x here and there as well. I thought about looking at Sonny Gray, but Sonny Gray, man, he is so hit or miss. Like one time I took his under. I can't remember where it was, but he ended up getting like 10 Ks, the perfect game. It was just hilarious. But if you're interested in Sonny Gray, you can come on Crush Bats when you're in, and you can run all these guys. We showed you Kodai. Trust the model, guys. Trust the process. Yesterday we got shelled. Can Skubal bail us out today? And for those of you that have access to BetMGM, DraftKings, FanDuel, if you want to take Scooby-Doo at a straight bet just to get like what, 7 Ks or something like that, I think you can. 7, asking him to get 8 and laying odds on it is crazy. But asking him to get 7, I think he should be able to get 7. Guys, hopefully Scooby, I want Scooby to get 12 today. You know what? I will put $100 on Scooby to get 10 today in one lineup, and I'll show you not 10, 9, and I'll show you the proof on YouTube tomorrow that I did it. I put 100 for him to get 9. I'm a man of my word. I will do it. So hopefully he cooks. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm going to take the risk for you guys. I'm going to hammer him to get 6 and 7 today. I have him paired with Framber, and I'm hoping to get my bag back. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I really do. I'm sorry yesterday didn't work out. It's going to happen. Today may not work out, guys. I'm only here to give you my analysis, and then it's up to you guys to do with it. But I promise you this, if you trust the process, everything will work out. Giving you a big old salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.